Hello, fellow style explorers. Time for another round of digging through Midjourney's SREF codes. This time, I jumped ahead a little in the SV6 number space and went through codes 1200 to 1399. I was kind of curious if the styles would feel different further along in the range, or if it would be pretty much the same kind of variety as we saw with the lower numbers. The short answer is that it's a similar mix of stuff, but the more I look, the more I notice that the SV6 set has a really wide aesthetic range hiding in it. I'm sticking with the random word approach for each code instead of just a period symbol. Yes, the prompt does influence the result a bit, but I actually like that. It gives us a better sense of how each style behaves when you put real subject matter into it, which is what most of us are going to be doing anyway. Out of the 200 codes I tested, I picked 50 favorites for this video. The other 150 are available in the prompt PDF over on my Patreon, and a huge thank you to everyone supporting the channel through there. Links are in the description if you want to take a look. The setup is the same as last time. 9:16 aspect ratio, seed 777, and --HD is on again. I've stopped trying to remember to turn it off, so consider it a free quality upgrade for these explorations. Let's get into the styles. Faded colours with light teal and brown tones. Reminds me of watercolour, or a painting with a softer colour scheme. Poster-like style with intricate details and splattering. Light blue, with the background varying between dark and light. Muted colours with a greenish tint, featuring kind of bulky people in the images. Weird, surreal, creepy, painterly style, with eyes in strange places. Feels Middle Ages or Renaissance, but surreal. Very shiny and colourful, all made out of tiny 3D mosaic blocks. Quite striking to look at. Illustration with faded pastel colours, but a bit dystopian. Cute and whimsical, with a slightly sinister edge. Epic, with gold and grey on a dark background. Has speckles and strong, bold lines throughout. Colourful anime-like illustration, or watercolour, with blue as the main colour, plus some green and red. Cartoon-like, almost black and white with occasional parts in colour. Gives it a really interesting look. Ornate and symmetrical, kind of kaleidoscopic. Blue and aquamarine with orange highlights, leafy and feathery. Painted style, very colourful with a purple, teal and golden yellow palette. Quite vibrant. Vintage illustration that's very cute and doll-like, with a green hue and green clothing throughout. Graphic style with lots of dots, black, orange and pink on white. Kind of poster-like. Digital illustration with green tones and yellow, lots of swirls and elaborate hairstyles. Pink and light blue luminescent tones on black, very detailed with some speckles. Black and white drawing illustration with some Asian influences. Quite intricate and detailed. Digital illustration in blue, yellow and orange. Big shapes, but with tiny, intricate lines and patterns. Digital illustration. Whimsical, cute, and a bit cartoony. Beige and auburn dominate the palette. Black and white drawing style with a fairly realistic feel and some highlights. a bit too detailed for a colouring book. Graphic novel style with some blue tones happening, especially with the hair. Graphic style, distorted with orangey red, dark grey, black and light yellow. Curved horizons. Black and white drawing style, more on the messy side, kind of like a charcoal drawing. Whimsical fantasy-like illustration with blue and orangey yellow plus red. A little bit weird. Black and white drawing style, very intricate and detailed, with lots of tiny line work. Whimsical storybook cartoony illustration with bright skies, flowers, and bright but hazy colours. Anime-like watercolour or painted style with foresty green and ivory white tones. Black and white drawing or illustration style, very detailed and speckled throughout. Graphic novel and anime style with a greyish background and lilac and orangey red clothing. Posterized, stylized, colourful style with yellow, aquamarine, pink and salmon pink colours. Illustration with roots and leaves in blue, green and golden yellow. Some clever blending of nature into things. Concept art sketch style in ballpoint blue, with some colouring and different angle sketches. Whimsical posterized illustration, kind of faded colours on black with sharp contrast, silhouettes, clouds and moons. Elegant digital illustration with superhero and alien themes, spotlights and rain. Greyish blue with red and yellow. Beige pastel swirling clouds with salmon pink throughout. Quite dreamy and soft. Very colourful and neon, with round shapes, constructed faces, and lots of patterns everywhere. Sculptural or sketch-looking on an off-white background. Muted off-white, greyish blue with occasional red and gold. Black and white with some golden dust. Photographic and slightly sepia-toned, close-up portraits with sleepy eyes. Very vibrant, whimsical and chaotic illustration with weird shapes. Light orange dominates with purples, pinks and yellows. Graphic novel or comic-like illustration with Middle Eastern vibes. Blue sky, red scarves and some browns. Drawing or sketching style, partly coloured with grey, orange and brown in unexpected places. Sculptural, metallic and weird. Robotic meets ancient Egypt in gold and silver. Photoreal but not photographic. Detailed sketched or drawing style with black drawing on a white background. Quite intricate. Whimsical illustration with rounded shapes, golden and silver tones with a bit of luminosity. Very colourful and patterned with flowers, almost neon. Big eyes and full lips, kind of Picasso-esque. Illustration on white with very faint blue, brown and white. Exaggerated shapes and bulky fantasy clothing. Fairy-like fantasy with an anime feel. Flowy with pink, aquamarine and violet on a dark background. Cute rounded shapes, kind of sculptural, on a clean white background. Soft and playful. Tattoo-like drawing illustration, kind of grungy, black with some dashes of faded red. Weird and alien themes, black backgrounds with red lasers cutting through. Quite cinematic. A mix between a medieval icon painting and a cute whimsical illustration. Golden hues dominate. Alright, those were my picks from this range. The drawing and illustration styles were absolutely the dominant flavour here, but the real fun for me was finding the weirder outliers in the mix. The alien with red lasers, the medieval icon meets whimsical illustration, the tattoo style one. That's the kind of stuff that keeps these explorations interesting to do. The muted and faded palettes also seem to be a real signature of the SV6 set, which I'm starting to find quite charming the more I see of it. Let me know in the comments which ones stood out for you. I love hearing about the styles that resonate with other people, because it's almost never the ones I expect. And if there's a specific number range or a theme you'd like me to dig into next, I'm always open to suggestions. I thank you so much for watching, and let's continue prompting.